Okay, can we start, Dr. Ridwan?
Okay, right, yeah,
Okay.
yes, okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students, and also Dr. Ridwan from School of Economics, Finance and Banking, University Utara Malaysia. Thank you for your time to join this public lecture to present in this class, in my class, Economics and Public Policy. Actually, we are doing by Zoom from 3 countries, Dr. Ridwan.
Oh,
Now I'm
yeah,
in
alhamdulillah.
Tokyo. I'm in
Okay.
Tokyo right now. Then you are in Malaysia, and the students are in Indonesia.
Oh, yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah. So today we have students from Indonesia and then also from Gambia
Oh, okay,
and also some from Malaysia.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then uh, today we will talk about the industrialization and competition policy. Maybe it can bring uh, the open mind for the students. How about the regulation and competitions policy in Malaysia?
Right.
So they not only knows about the Indonesian public policy, but from you we can also learn how is the our neighboring countries maintain or set up their industrial relations and the competition policy. Okay, I think time is yours, Dr. Iwan. You may introduce yourself and then start the lectures. Thank you, Dr. Iwan. Time is yours.
Okay, right. Yeah.
And one students from uh, Bangladesh, Prof. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, thank you for the
Yeah.
information. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat pagi kepada Dr. Dr. Susilo ya. Minta maaf.
Yes, Prof.
Dan juga dan juga kepada pelajar daripada Indonesia, Malaysia dan juga from other country. As mentioned by Dr. Susilo, we have from foreign students. Inshallah, we discuss about the competition in policy in Malaysia, and of course, as you know that competition policy already advanced in country like Indonesia too. Di Indonesia pun sudah maju, even in Japan. It's because we refer to Japan in some of the cases. Yeah. Saya Muhammad Ridwan Bos as appear in my PowerPoint, pensyarah daripada Fakulty School of Economics, Finance and Banking. Here I have teach more than 15 years on the intermediate macroeconomics and industrial regulation, and of course industrial organization. My research on the public policy and also in the industrial economy. That's only just introductions to, I mean, just a simple background of my lecture for today. So we divide our discussion, I think, into two. It's more interactive. Okay, then student can ask me on the competition policy, not only in Malaysia but at the Asian level, because I'm also like to know the development or the progress of competition policy in other countries, especially country like Indonesia, and of course other country, yeah, like Middle East country. Okay, right. So can we start our lecture? Yeah.
Maybe
So,
before we start, we can have picture together.
oh, okay. Boleh, Dr. Susilo. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
For the students, please open your
Uh,
camera.
yeah, right, sure. Is it okay?
Yeah. Where's the students?
Okay.
Doctor, can you open your first slide?
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Is it this one?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay. One, two, three. Okay, the other not open the camera yet. Okay. Okay. Maybe you can continue, doctor. You can picture the on.
All right. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Susilo, to give my humble lecture on the competition policy in Malaysia. So, I mean, I try to share what I have studied and uh, doing I mean, did research on the competition policy in Malaysia. So we will divide our discussion into two parts. First part is more on the theory, and second part is what I have did in the manufacturing sector, because there is some issue in Malaysia, especially in the food and beverage industry. But as we hear from Indonesia, there is quite tremendous growth for our Indonesia part. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, I think let's continue with your growth. We are really impressive with the Indonesian growth, and as I share with my students, so we consider Indonesia as a giant before, but now the giant is already wake up. Okay, right? There is the advantage of Indonesia. But before we discuss on the other country, let's discuss on the what we call that industrial policy, because industrial policy is part of the I mean, in industrial policy there is a public policy which include the competition policy. So in other country, industrial policy divide into a few policy which is under the competition policy. Part of it, and social regulations, and the environmental regulation, or in other words, we call that the economics of uh, uh, like environmental policy. Okay, so but today I would like to share with you about the first part is on the industrial policy, and second part is the development of public policy, or in specifically competition policy in Malaysia. Okay, this is the definition and the parts of the industrial policy from the European Commission. Okay, it's about the industrial policy is concerned the effective and coherent implementation of all those policies which impinge on the structural adjustment of industry with the view to promoting competitiveness. Okay, and the policy covered by this definition include competition policy, is intended to affect markets with certain characteristic of firms pursuing certain type of behavior. So for basic economic students, they know that I mean the basics of the structure of the firms. We know that we have four types of characteristic of the market structure. Which is first is monopoly, second is oligopoly, and third is monopolistic, and last is perfect competition. And I hope that you heard about it, okay? Because as you know that the industry under the oligopoly is high barrier, so that means it's very hard to enter to the market because the incumbent firms or the enjoy their economic skills or the state of the art of technology. Okay, right? So for the for the competition aids for Malaysia, an aid to promote economic development by promoting and protecting the process of competition, thereby protecting the interest of consumer and to provide for interest connected here. Which okay, so this is very interesting because most of the country they try to follow the US or United States because they are more advanced in terms of antitrust law. Okay, and they have a few case study with others university look into it, right? Especially the case which involves with US government and Microsoft. Okay, and the development of antitrust is very interesting because that is one of the essence of industrial organization study. I mean, from the Chicago School and Harvard School, which we know that Chicago School promotes innovation and research and development, which they believe that when the firms achieves the economic skill, they can very simple thing. I mean, can do the very good product, or they can achieve economic skill and then can produce the product. Okay, and of course they enjoy the innovation, but for community like us or for consumer like us, we have to pay for the innovation. Okay, so for example, okay, dengan izin like iPhone product, which is for us is quite expensive. Okay, right? Yeah. That is one of the example of the innovation by firms. And from the Harvard perspective, because Harvard's influenced by government intervention. So that's mean when this the market is market failure because of the because of the price, because of the quantity, is controlled by firm, which they intend to monopolize or anti-competitive. So that means Harvard agree that the market needs government intervention, right? Okay, there is I mean the background of the antitrust law and why we look at the view from the Chicago School and Harvard School, and at the same time we look into the structure, conduct, and performance paradigm, because from this paradigm we try to understand it, why Chicago, they believe that when the firms enjoy their innovation or research and development, they can set the high price for their product. Okay, all right. So I mean, that is based on the theory of the firm. Okay, because as we know that firms will try to maximize their profit. Okay, right. So this is the introduction and then the background of the competition policy. So we try to integrate with antitrust law and the development of the two school of economic thought, which we built from the Chicago School and the Australian School, or we call it, here is Harvard School. Okay, right? Yeah. So this is a very simple industry policy, of course. Okay, with from the IPIEF FEB. Okay, and after that it's supported and active and planning. Okay, so it depends on our country. Most of the country is supportive or active or planning, but I think not not many country is 100% license space. Okay, because most of the country advanced in terms of the competition policy. I think most of the country, they have their own commission, especially for the competition commission. Okay, and for supportives here, something like neutral policy, but I think if we look at the trends post-COVID, most of the country, they are quite we call that very supportive for businesses and small medium enterprise, even for their community, and even as we know or we read from the well-being, because well-being encourage the every government need to support it. They are with fiscal policy. Okay, right. So that means here some of the country is very active in terms of assertive and or disruptive policy, but for Malaysia is quite supportive and active, because mixed policy interest by government of Malaysia in order to recover from the post-COVID. Okay, right. And the last one is for planning. Most of the European countries, they apply the approach, which we call it planning. Here we call it the accelerated and or decelerated policy.
Aziz nggak banget hari ini.
Yang sekarang ini
Kamu baca pendapat sih?
ya. Is it okay now? Yeah. Okay, and for the you still can hear my audio because
Yes,
they
yes, yes.
okay,
Okay.
right. Right. So for the implementation part, okay, industrial policy will relate to 4 areas. We call that competition policy, regional policy. Like Indonesia is a big country. Okay, so I think Java or Java is and Sumatra. They have their own regional policy, but now Kalimantan is one of the top the foreign direct investment, I think, right? And innovation policy, with every country, they have their own policy. As we look at the Asian tiger like Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, and the trade policy. Trade policy is very interesting because as we can see from the initiative by governments, not only Malaysia but Indonesia and all Asians or Asia, we can see that some of the government they try to implement the multilateral or bilateral, okay, especially when the country like Malaysia and Indonesia they try to build good trade policy, right, in order to strategize their external sector, okay, especially in import and export. Right. The variety of different measures should be coordinated. So here is how governments need to when they implement the certain policy, there is needs coordinated, okay, because some of the problem when we implement public policy, there is a issue, especially in the efficiency of the public policy. So because sometimes we have, I mean, we need to reach the target group in order to materialize our public policy, right? Yeah, and I mean, third part is yeah, of course, there is this part of the cost and benefit analysis or regulation impact analysis. Okay, so careful economic analysis can reveal those policies that seem most likely to offer the chance of or chance of improving welfare without causing harmful effect on the rest of the economy. So because we try to analyze the implementation of the efficiency of the public policy. Okay, so every country they have their own committee in order to look on their public policy. Okay, because they try to know that whether it's effective or otherwise. Okay, right. So this is the thing that we have to be clear on this because it's quite technical. Okay, so that means policymaker and at the same time academics or academicians need to in other words, they need to aware about this. Okay, right? So if we look into the definition of competition law, markets means a market in Malaysia or in any parts of Malaysia, and when used in relation to any goods or services, it includes market for those goods or services and other goods or services that are suitable or otherwise competitive with the first mentioned goods or services. Yeah, that is, I mean, the definition from the competition law. Okay, right. In other words, you need to know that the definition of the market, especially in terms of the geography. Okay, right. So whether it's domestic or at the uh, foreign market. Okay, I mean here is in other markets. Okay, right? So if we can define with the geography, because some of the firm they try to discriminate or try to implement the pricing strategy. Okay, I think most of the students they familiar with the pricing strategy, especially the price discrimination. Okay, and the other which we call as predator pricing and limits pricing. Okay, right. There is one of the, I mean, the pricing strategy which is under anti-competitive or under the competition policy. Okay, and throughout most of the macroeconomics in the industrial organizations, the terms market and industry tend to use rather loosely and sometimes interchangeably. Okay, so that's what I call that we need to understand from the perspective of academics, and from the perspective of industrial policy or policymakers. Okay, and the term of industry will usually refer to a group of firms producing and selling a similar product, using similar technology, and perhaps obtaining factor of production from the same factor market. So that is from the industrial organization perspective. That's quite technical. So especially the country, big country like Indonesia, okay, right? So I think that's the challenge for Indonesia in order to implement the competition law in their country, okay? But so far, even though Indonesia is a big country, but they are more advanced in terms of the competition law. Okay, right? Because there is a lot of developments shared by CEO of the competition commission from Indonesia. When I attend the last conference with competition commission among the Asian countries. Okay, and yeah, this is how we. This is part of my presentation because this is more practical. Okay, right? Okay, so now Dr. Susilo can open for discussion. Or I mean, complete my presentation first.
Okay, maybe you can continue first, bro.
Okay. Okay, right. This is the definition of by industry. Okay. For Malaysia, Dr. Susilo and my student here, we apply the Malaysian standard industrial classification. As you can look into the Department of Statistics website, what we call that is Malaysian standard industrial classification, because that's how we classify industries under the 5 digit industry. It is more harmonized when we compare to the standard industrial trade classification over the world or by the WTO. Okay, right? So the latest one is 2008. So if look at the first column on the table, so we have the section A until section U. Okay. Which section A represent agriculture, forestry, and fishing, and actually there is 5 sector in Malaysia, which considers agriculture, constructions, where I mean something like services and mining and quarrying, and of course manufacturing. Okay, but might be it's different from country to country. Might be Indonesia is different, or might be Singapore or Japan or South Korea. They have the different definition of the section and description of their industry. But for Malaysia, we follow the MSIC 2008. Okay, which MSIC is considered as Malaysian Standard Industrial Classification. Okay, yeah, of course we have. For the international trade or external sector, we will apply the standard by the WTO or trade, world trade. Okay. Right. So this is the example when we this is before our government implement the competition X. We implement or commence our enforcements in 2012. Okay, right? Yaitu 2012. It's quite new for Malaysia. Even Indonesia also very new. Okay, but interestingly, Indonesia is very very fast, especially in terms of their regulation. Okay. So this is what we call it 5-digit industry, and this is the description of industry. So this is the measurement. We call it market power, because the definition by competition law, the firms consider as dominant when there is the 60% from of their market share. Okay. Right. Here they from the measurement of market power or market concentration. But here I have study on the concentration ratio, which represents the CR4. That means top 4 from their sales or from their products. Okay, so as we can see from the table, then for Malaysia, pineapple canning is 100. Means the market share is 100, because we only have 4 firms in that particular industry. Okay, right? If you look at the let's say in food and beverage industry, like bakery. Okay, so we have 289 firms, with the 4 firms concentration ratio is represent around 18%, which here consider as a perfect or monopolistic competition. So here is yeah, of course we refer to the theory, I mean the form theory. So pineapple canning is under the monopoly market structure. Okay. So for sugar, tobacco, manufacture of textile, so this is under the oligopoly because their concentration ratio is high. Okay, it's almost approximately 1%, right? So this is the example how we try to measure the market power in particular industry, right? I mean, there is different measurement because here I have applied the concentration ratio because of the availability of the data, but in order to measure with happy now Hirschman index is quite challenge because uh, the insufficient of the data. So that's why um, I have made to study with the concentration ratio instead of Happinal Hirschman index. Okay, right. And the second is this is after the implementation of the uh, competition law in Malaysia, and right, and for pineapple canning in sugar factory, because as you can see from the numbers of firm, it's no new entry. Uh, uh, in other words, because this industry is high sunk cost because the new entry they have to develop the plants and at the same time uh, uh, very we call that huge investments in this industry. Okay, right? And of course, the supply of material is very critical in order to produce sugar. Okay, so that's why this industry is considered as monopoly in Malaysian market. Okay, and if we look at the rice milling in Malaysia, there is an issue for the last few months because we have supply shock in this food and beverage. Okay, so but I don't think for Indonesia because I think for Indonesia is enough or sufficient for their uh, population. Okay, all right. So as you can see from the table, okay, there is a new entry in certain industry or in particular industry. So that means when government implements the competition law, right? Some of the uh, industry some of the industry there is a new, I mean, a new entrant or new firms into the market. So that means, as you can see from the table, okay, it shows that it's more to competitive. I mean, the trend is more to competitive market. Okay, right? Okay, so this is the trend in competition. It's more clear. Okay, so from 2010 to 2015. Okay, so non-competitive, competitive is semi-competitive. As you can see here, uh, from 130 to 118, that means very good. Okay, and 63 to 64 for competitive industry. That's it's translate. It's the industry is towards competitions. Okay, and similar with the semi-industry. Yes, okay, so that's I'm not going to conclude the competition law is efficient, but since I mean, the commission here is trying to promote the competitions. So I think there's part of the factor which quite we call that quite uh, significant, yeah, quite significant in order to promote the competitions. Okay, right? So if we evaluate the public policy, here means competitions policy. So we can see that there is a very good outcome, especially when the Malaysian government introduced the competition law in Malaysia. Okay, right? Yeah. So this is last of my presentation. Okay. So most of government action has some effects on the industrial sector of the economy. So that means it depends on the policy by a government. Okay. So maybe in Indonesia they what they are targets for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, especially in terms of manufacturing or services sector, heavy industry, because they have their own competitive advantage. And even when they develop the Kalimantan, I think that is one of the game changer for I mean for Indonesia. Okay, right? And it's similar with Malaysia, even though it's small country. If compared to Indonesia, we have only 32 millions population, and it's 10 times compared to Indonesia. So that's the I mean, depends on the governments or like Thailand and South Korea, okay, and Vietnam, because they have invest most on the human capital, okay, and of course they try to promote foreign direct investment to enter to their domestic market, okay, right? So economies give the intervention in industry is justified, okay, if it results in a net increase in economic affairs. This is very important, right? Dr. Susilo and class, right? Because as we can see from the government intervention, of course, what we try to encourage the government. Of course, by the end of the result, we need the OFA increase, right? They say the price is competitive and the quantity is sufficient for the population, and we try to avoid the supply shock with this is detrimental to our price at the aggregate level. Okay, right? And for competition policy and regulation are primarily aimed at correcting market failure. So this means why some of the country they try to introduce or to implement the competition policy and efficient regulation, okay, in order to support for the business and at the same time to encourage the efficiency in the market, okay, right, in order to produce efficient economy, efficiency in economy. Increasing competitions, that means buyer or consumer, they have a lot of choice, okay, so offer very good or competitive market and competitive price, and at the same times very good quality products, okay, and giving consumer a wider choice of product and services, okay. All right, so that's all for my presentation. Yeah, Dr. Susilo. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Dr. Ridwan, for the nice presentation and informations. Maybe from students, any questions, discussions? So please ask the questions because I need you to resum what the guest lectures today and submit in my class.
Boleh cakap bahasa Melayu.
Ya,
Ya.
boleh tanya bahasa
Boleh
Melayu
tanya bahasa
kalau
Melayu. Ya.
uh, okay, silahkan. Or maybe from international students from Aisha or Reza, you have any questions or want to give example from your countries? Please, Reza. Reza or Aisha, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Give questions or give example from your country so we can share.
So I wanted to ask, talking about the industrial regulation and competitive policy. So we have seen, like in many countries, especially in Africa or some underdeveloped countries, to have like industries, it is like a problem because there are not much investors, so they don't invest there. So is it the industrial regulation? Is it regulated by the government, or there are like certain people like who are like employed to form those regulation or more? I need more explanation because I don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah, one questions from Aisha. You want to answer now, Doctor?
Yeah. So
You can
any
explain a little bit.
okay. All right. Any more question or just straight to answer the Aisha question first? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay, Aisha, thank you. That is a very good question, Aisha, because as you can see that now uh, WTO and international trade, they try to encourage efficiency trades, especially in the African country. Okay, that's why they appoint most of the representative from African, within African. I think there is you support to I mean we call that regarding the industry, okay, right? Because if we look at the development industry in Africa, is divided into, I think, three parts or two parts, because if we look at the South Africa is more advanced, country compared to middle and compared to the north of Africa. Okay, but when we attend the conference, some of the academics from Africa, they teach to the very good position, especially in the US and the Geneva. Okay, and at the ADB, Asian Development Bank, or at the UNCTAD, United Nation Trade and Developments. Okay, so that means I think since I have, I mean, honestly, until today, I'm not. I don't have the research on the African country, but I'm doing my international trade study, which I applied the gravity theory in order to look at the Malaysian and other country, okay, especially the South Africa, because most of the our bilateral trade is with South Africa is quite significant. Okay, so in order to answer your question, yes, of course, it's certain governments they promote the I mean very supportive. You can see my slides, okay, and some of these are very active. But it depends on the part of Africa, I think, because it's more like middle and South Africa. I think government already encouraged the development of the and regulation of the industrial policy in Africa. But I think this is very good move by international trade, because they have appointed one of the representative from Africa. I think it's still yeah, she is still attached to the trade organization currently. Okay, all right, Aisha. Okay, so I mean it depends on the government, but most of the government, especially in South Africa and Middle and North, they try to liberalize their markets. Once they liberalize their market, that means they have to promote the efficient regulation. Okay, all right. So that means governments will play a very important role in their industrial regulation. Okay, that's my answer, Dr. Susilo and Aisha. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
thank you very much,
Yeah,
Doctor. And then others, please kindly take notes about the ISA questions and the answer of Dr. Ridwan. And from Reza, maybe you have questions or share about Bangladesh.
Okay.
Reza, yeah, maybe you can open your video.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I visible, sir?
All right. Yeah.
So I want to ask the professor about like how can Bangladesh learn from Malaysia, like from each other experiences in designing and implementing effective industrial regulation and competition policy frameworks. Like I mean, from the Malaysians' policy and competition frameworks, how can Bangladesh learn from the Malaysian? That is my question, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Rizal. Yes. Okay. So I can answer, Dr. Susilo. Events like Indonesia, there is very fast. Okay, even though they already, I mean, they implement the competition policy just a few years. Okay, as you can see, for like example, in Malaysia, they only implement in 2012. Okay, now it's 2030. That means almost a decade to implement the competition law and industrial regulation. I think you have like Bangladesh, because the government of Malaysia already did their bilateral trade with Bangladesh. Okay, I mean and some of the good thing from from the countries, they do the export and import. Okay, and I think from not only the goods, but in terms of services, because most of the human capital we import from Bangladesh. Okay, because for the last I think for the last 20 years, most of the manufacturing sector, they utilize the human capital from Bangladesh. I mean the manufacturing sector in Malaysia. So that means you have the basics of industrial regulation, and at the same time, Bangladesh is a lot of expertise, right? Because it's similar with African country, because most of the expertise they teach to other country. Bangladeshi, like an academic professor. Okay, I think in order to promote the industrial regulation and competition law in Bangladesh, of course, it's step by step, but it's not possible. Okay, because most of the country, they already implement the competition law. Okay, even though like Thailand and Asian countries, small Asian country like Thailand, Vietnam, they already implement the competition law in their country. Okay, so my advice is, because Bangladesh is still connecting with the advanced country like US and Middle East and even Asia. I think this is one of the competitive advantage for Bangladesh. Yeah, Rizal. In order to promote your competition policy, in order to rationalize and implement the competition policy. But yes, of course, it's quite challenges. Yeah, especially when the whites or big size like Indonesia. Okay, all right. Yeah, but it's advantage for I mentioned before, the Tosasila, because Indonesia is very fast in order to implement the competition law. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay, that's my answer. Yeah.
Okay. Is there another question from Indonesian student? Please, Ais, Afsaf, Bonita, Cindy, Amel. Hello. Anyone who want to ask questions?
Yes.
Indonesia. Yeah. Who is this? Yes, please. Hello. Yeah. You can open your camera and then mic and ask questions. Want to ask questions? Amel? Yo, hurry up. Amel, Cindy, Faiz, Afiza, Hafsa. Okay, Dr. Ridwan, may I ask questions?
Okay, Dr. Susilo, I think I mean
Yeah, wait
if I
until
can
wait.
answer, yeah.
Yeah, while waiting for the questions, maybe can you explain to us or to students about the what kind of the pillars of the competition policies? Is there any some pillars of the competition policies?
Oh, okay, right. In the first place, of course, it promotes the competitions among the firms, and they like Malaysia, in order to promote the let's say here is okay. I mean, you can see from the third part here, promoting and protecting the process of competitions, thereby protecting the interests of consumer and to provide for the meta connecting therewith. So that's mean here, first is of course government trying to promote the competition among the firms, and at the same time to provide what choice of to the consumer at the very competitive price, and at the same time try to produce the quality product. Okay, that is from the economy perspective, or from the pillars of the economy. But from uh, the law, competition law, so we look at the characteristic of the firms, which is divided into two. I mean, here is but it's still from the economic perspective. First is exploitative conducts, and second is we call that exclusionary conducts, because how they set the price, okay, especially uh, exploitative conduct, because when the firm's dominance, they can set the price in order to maximize their profit, and at the same time they can impose the predator pricing in order to drive out the competitor from the market. Okay, and for the exclusionary, that means they can do the vertical integration or horizontal integration in order to deal with the downstream and upstream firms, in order to get the very special price and to drive out the competitor, because competitor is unable to get the raw material from the upstream, and
Yes.
because they intend to monopolize the market. So that means there's two pillars of the competition policy. But in the first parts, of course, we have to know that whether the firm is dominant, right? Okay, Dr. Susilo. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, right.
Thank you, Dr. Ridwan.
Yes, dominant I mean in Malaysia is when the firm reach 60% of their share market, of their market share, 60%, more than 60%. Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, other questions from students from Indonesia? Please. Oke, bahasa Indonesia ya juga boleh tanyanya, silahkan. Hafsah. Halo, Hafsah. Please. Or Faiz. So, doctor, in Malaysia, for the group of, based on your table in 1.3, the form of 4 form CR output, the first one is pineapple canning. So it means that what does it mean for the 100 number here? Is it the highest one or?
Yes, we measure from the top 4 firms from the industry. I mean, from the pineapple canning industry. So because here I'm utilized 4 firms, okay. So that means 4 firm is because since in the industry is only 3, so that means the market share is 100%. Yeah. Okay, because there is only 3 firms in that industry. Yeah. So if you look at the, let's say, in textile, so we have 82 firms, but the top 4 for 71 or 72 market share, which is very significant. Yeah.
72 market share for 1 firm or for
4 firms. Yeah, 4 firms. Yeah.
4 firms.
Yes,
Okay.
4 firms.
So
Yeah.
4 firms instead of 82 firms.
Yes, 82. Yes.
Yeah, there are 4 firms that have 72 market share.
Yes.
Oh, it means 78 other firms, they only get 28 market share.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when we refer to the market structure, that we consider it's oligopoly market structure. Yeah.
Okay. So, but why you make a bold in production of bars and rods in the site?
Because last time is bar and road is under competition. Yeah, but it's quite close with the oligopoly. Yeah.
But still the highest one.
Yeah. Still the highest
concentration.
Yes, concentration. Yeah.
Before 40.
Yes.
Below 40.
Still competitive market, but it's very close to the oligopoly market. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Students, do you have any questions from Indonesia, please? Ais? Hello. Amel? Cindy? Faiz? Hafiza? Yeah. Who is this? Yeah. Hafsah, please.
Okay.
Hafsah or Hafiza?
Hafsah, ask maybe.
Yes, Hafiza, please, Hafiza.
I just wanted to give a simple question, Prof. is about industrial regulation and competition policy are two related things. And do these two things have a big impact on the industrial sector of economic, right? So can you give me an example of a policy provided by the government itself?
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, yeah, of course.
Thank you, Hafiza.
Yes, thank you, Abida. Yeah, there's very important things. You have to know that why most of the government they try to implement the competition law in their country. It's similar like the country like Indonesia. Okay, all right, because they try to promote the competition among the industry and firms in Indonesia. Okay, and because they try to avoid anti-competitive, that means only one or two firms to control the markets. Okay, if the country like Indonesia, if they control by or three or four firms, I think it's very significant because you have a huge market, and at the same time, they are very dominant. Okay, so I mean, we worry that the firm will jeopardize the the markets. Okay, and they can increase the price about more than the affordable price. Okay, and at the same times they can raise the various entry and the particular industry, and of course they can control the quantity. Okay, so that means they refuse to supply, and at the same time we worry that they are not produce a very quality product. That's why I mean from that four factor. Okay, most of the governments, as we discussed before, like in the UAE's, why governments in 18th century they implement the antitrust law. Okay, and for Malaysia it's quite new because Malaysia they impose the competition law in 2012, 2012. Okay, and for Indonesia is very new. That's why we are very impressive in Indonesia competition commission because with their capacity, they are quite fast in order to regulate the market with their competition law. So that's mean here, Afiza, the competition law and the industry regulation is very important. Okay, even though these two things different, because for the industry policy, I mean how the government intervene towards the development, I mean the development, economic development. And for the competition policy, is more about the public policy, which we try to promote efficient market in our country. Okay, all right. So I hope that there is my explanation can answer your question, Hafiza. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Prof.
Yeah. All right. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ridwan, for your information, for your sharing, and then for your answers.
All right.
I think we can end our meeting
Yes.
today. So before that, maybe we can have a picture again together with others.
Yes. Yes. We can take a picture.
So
Yeah. Sure.
can you remove the share screen, Prof?
Okay.
And for the students, please open your camera.
Dr. Susilo, can you unshare my? Okay. Okay. Right. Sorry.
For other students, please open the camera. Yeah, where is your friend Hafiza? Afsa, Reza, Bonita, where are they? Yeah, please.
Oh, gelap.
Okay, where's the others? Right, 1, 2, 3. Ais, where is Ais and others? Aisa, where are you, Aisa? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you all. Okay, Dr. Ridwan, thank you very
Right.
much for your time. See you again in the next public lecture if we still have time.
Okay. All right. Inshallah.
Yeah.
Any time.
Yeah.
Dr. Susilo. Yes.
Anytime.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I hope you
Okay.
can visit Indonesia by physically offline and teach in our class directly.
Okay. Inshallah. Yeah.
Inshallah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Iwan. Assalamualaikum
Yeah.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah.